Hey guys, what's up? It's Ray here and Bowie here. Now in the past, you guys have seen me draw with every single colored pencil that I have. You have seen me draw with every single marker that I have. Every single pen that I have. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to take on the task with my massive amounts of art supplies. Today, I am going to be drawing with every single red art supply that I own, which if you guys have seen my art supply tour, you guys know it's a very large chunk. And credit where credit is due. This trend was started by the wonderful, the lovely Draw with Waffles here on YouTube. I will link her video down below. And if you're new here, you never heard of the series, I will leave a whole entire playlist of every single video that I've done like this down below. I have a massive workload ahead of me, so yeah, we're just gonna jump right into it, guys.
We're recording now.
We're recording? Can you tell I'm in pajamas?
Yes.
Good. We got watercolor, random Crayola crayons, more markers, unopened watercolor pens in here, more markers, and there's a lot of reds in this one. Got some chalk, 2 boxes of Caran d'Ache colored pencils. Alright, so here is all of my red art supplies, every single one of them. So let's dump this bad boy out and see what we're working with. We spilled. All right, so this is every single pure red art supply that I have. It pretty much fills up this whole entire table, as you can see.
Alright, so now that everything's here, the next step will be to organize it, clear off the table, and we can go ahead and begin.
So the very first art supply that we're gonna work with today is chalk, all of my bright red chalk. And because this is just a massive, massive project, I'm gonna save a few hours and use the chalk method to start off. Fingers crossed, let's hope this works, because sometimes it doesn't work. Whew. Hey, it kind of worked.
And for the rest of the body, I'm just gonna fill in because I want to mess with the proportions a little bit. I'm making it a little bit bigger than the original reference, that way it can fill up the page. Next up, I'm gonna use all of my watercolors. Now for the watercolors, you're gonna notice that I am gonna thin these out almost to the point of transparency. And the reason for that all comes down to my mom's favorite saying in the world.
Remember what I've always told you, you can always add, but you cannot take away.
So if I use the full color of the watercolor now, when it comes down to later times, whenever I have art supplies that I can't dilute, i.e. Sharpies, I'm gonna be screwed. So I have to take advantage of the transparency and lightness while I can. Speaking of irreversible, next up will be my markers. Now, unlike my watercolor where you can go almost transparent,
Yeah, no.
that's not the case for markers. If you put a marker on a piece of paper, you guys know it's gonna be there and there's no coming back from that.
So I just got done with the markers, and shout out to this one singular Ohuhu marker for not being too brown, not being too orange. It's the only art supply that I have that's a pure red that can go this dark. Shout out to you, old red. You're the champion of this video.
Now moving on to the next art supply, which is my specialty, colored pencils. by the way, I ended up using a white colored pencil just to blend out the face, make it look a little bit more nicer, so you'll see that throughout the rest of this video.
Alright, so here is the current progress with the face. I'm pretty happy with how it came out, especially now that I added details to the hair. And so far, I'm really enjoying how it came out. He looks like a hot blood demon. I'm not 100% done with the face. I still got to do a little bit more to it. And yeah, this brings me to the next thing, which will be his suit.
Now, for the background for his suit, I'm gonna need an art supply that covers a lot of space very quickly and very opaquely. So this is the perfect opportunity for me to use my paint. So, call me an idiot, but I had realized during this time that the reference photo had sequins. Sequins, an artist's literal worst nightmare. So, I, one by one, am gonna add in every single sequin to this extra large drawing. I regret this whole challenge.
So I think I've reached a pretty good stopping point. I'm gonna have to stop for a while because I'm getting a blister from the demon sequins. So I'm gonna stop for the night and we'll come back in the morning. Bye, G-Dragon. I love you. I love you.
Next up will be all of my red oil paints, and I've never used them on paper, so this will be new. It could go either way, good or bad, so we'll see. And this brings us to the very last section of art supplies. Woo! We made it, people. We did it. Well, not yet, but we're almost there. And this is miscellaneous art supplies. Now in this section, we have crayons, pastels, chalk pastels, soft pastels, writing pens, fine liner pens, and just like random things that I'm not too sure what to do with, but they were the color red, so I included them bad boys. Now this challenge was harder than using 400 pens, 500 colored pencils, 600 markers. This challenge was intense. I couldn't use color opposites. I couldn't use anything darker than a dark red. A lot of brain power went into this challenge, but in the end, I'm very happy with how it turned out. I love the colors, and I think I did good.
So anyway guys, thank you so much again for watching. I will leave a playlist of all the other videos that I've done like this. It's an ongoing series, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And yeah, with that being said guys, I will see you guys next video. Bye!